another day started in the car. This morning so yesterday when we got coffee, there was a place next door that, again, converted house, it was a breakfast place, and the line was literally out the door, like out the door onto the sidewalk, huge line. And we were like, well, we're guessing the breakfast is good there. They don't do reservations, so they open in like 7 minutes, and we're literally parked outside. We're just like waiting for them to open the door, and we're gonna hustle over. Good news is it's like an hour plus earlier than we were in this area yesterday, and also not a weekend, so it's just overall less wild than it was yesterday. Like,
everything seems much more chilled today.
Yeah, like trying to find parking took like 15 minutes, and we found a parking lot that's kind of off the beaten path that had probably half the spots open when we got there, maybe a third of them. By the time we got our coffee and got back, people were like just parked in the parking lot, like waiting for someone to leave so they could get into an actual parking space. It was, yeah. So, it's kind of interesting because the two of us are early birds. I mean, he's much more so than I am. But, so at home, we're constantly having to like wait for breakfast places to open so we can go somewhere. And like we get places right when they open, and there's never anybody there. And that is not the case in New England. Like when we got to the pancake place at 8:30 on a Saturday, it was an hour and a half wait, and we were like, what?
The door's open, I think.
Oh, we gotta go. When last we left, we were talking about getting breakfast, and we were like, hope it's good, because it seems popular. Breakfast totally lived up to the, like, hype's not really the right word, because it's not like people were talking about it. We just saw lots of people waiting in line, so I guess the implied hype, it was quite delicious. We got there, like, we went inside like 5 minutes before they were technically open, and had already ordered and everything before they even technically opened. And by the time we left, the place was almost full. And it was weird. There was a baby there who did not sound like a real baby. It was unsettling because the baby kept crying, and it literally sounded like an adult going, wah. It was so weird. I was like, this is like one of those baby dolls from like the 80s where you'd like lay it down and its eyes would close, but then you'd like lift it up and it would cry. Like, it doesn't sound like a real baby. So weird. And then we got bagels at the suggested bagel place. Here's the deal. The bagels were good. However, we got an onion bagel that had like legitimate like chunks, like flakes of onion on it. And when they toasted it, those all basically caught fire. So our bagel just tasted like burnt. And so there is a bagel bakery in the U District in Seattle called Einstein's Bagels. Their bagels are legit. And you can buy their bagels by the dozen at Costco. So for years, the only bagels we've had have been these like legit bagels. And I would say the bagels here are very comparable to those. So like nothing is really blowing our minds because we're used to getting like really good bagels at home. However, if you're like, a bagel bakery is not really a thing at home. There's Einstein's Bagels in the U District, and there's Blazing Bagels in Soto area, which I've never been to, but I've heard good things. And beyond that, it's just not a thing. So if you're used to getting bagels from the grocery store, they're terrible. They are so gross. So if you come here and you're getting bagels from a bakery, you're like, yeah, these are amazing. However, we are already used to getting bagels on this caliber, so we're like, yeah, they're bagels. So nothing life-changing. However, I will say the first time I got bagels at Costco, I do remember being like, why would anyone buy bagels literally anywhere else? And when I worked in the U District, I started work at 6 a.m. And I remember leaving home early so that I could go to Einstein's before work, which again started at 6 a.m. I had to leave my house at like 4:40. I left early to go to Einstein's to buy bagels and cream cheese before work. So like, they are very good. So not to like crap on the bagels here, because that is not the case. I just want to say there is somewhere in Seattle you can get like really good bagels. So today we are just going from brewery to brewery. And look at these cute little things. Oh, hold on, I forgot. I gotta turn this around. Hold on. Ah, so cute, so dainty. John has huge hands. Let me put one in my hand. So cute. The key when you're doing a bunch of different breweries is to either do like a half pour or to get a sampler, because in total we're going to like 4 or 5 breweries today, and in total we're going to end up drinking like 3 beers each. So
Someone's been drinking.
well, yeah, both of us have, because we are going from brewery to brewery.
It's pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna let you go because I gotta apparently try this. What did you get? Porter. Ah. We got fries here because we're kind of peckish, and it comes in a giant bowl. Like I don't know if I can express. This is like 3 pounds of fries. Like multiple potatoes went into that.
No.
All right, this is our last stop for the day.
No, it's not.
We technically had one more place.
Ice cream.
We had one more place we were supposed to go, but it is not open today. So we have a spot that we're going for dinner, but it's like 3:09. So we're not going to dinner for a while. But the view here is awesome. So hold on. Of course, I start this video right as someone sits in front of us, but hold on. Lighthouse. So that's Lake Champlain there, and I can't remember if we had this discussion on camera or not, but
It's not great.
we got to the lake the other day, and I was like, oh, what lake is that? And we looked it up, and we're like, oh, Lake Champlain. And I was like, I think that might be one of the Great Lakes, because I recognized the name of it, and we're 2,500 miles from home, so I was not anticipating recognizing the names of any of the lakes out here that weren't part of the Great Lakes. But spoiler alert, it is not part of the Great Lakes. So there was like 5 different locals that were hanging out at the beach when I was like, I think this is one of the Great Lakes. Yeah, it's not. It's not a Great Lake. It's a large lake, granted. And for some reason I recognize the name of it, but yeah, not a Great Lake. But it is pretty, and on the other side, I don't know specifically if what we're seeing on the other side of it is New York, but this is the dividing line for part of the area that goes between Vermont and New York. So anyway, it's super pretty out here, and I wanted to show you. Let's see, let's scroll around. Let's zoom out a little bit more. John taking a Michael Keaton Batman quiz.
I accidentally hit the back button too many times. Quiz. I was doing well.
There's a doggo over there. Okay. That's it for now. I don't know how obvious this is, but the pavement in Vermont is pink. It's so strange.
I don't know why.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's very odd. Again, I don't know how obvious this is going to be in the video, but
I feel like it looks more obvious over there.
yeah. Let's see. Pink. It's pink. So weird. And it's not just the highway, like the little roads, side roads and stuff we take around where we're staying are also pink. Also, look. It's fall. Oh. Boom, there we go. Woohoo! It's fall with the pink pavement.
There's a speed trap ahead.
Oh, there's a speed trap ahead on the pink pavement.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so the road is the same color it's been the whole time, but now we have a gray shoulder to kind of give contrast to see how pink the road is here. It's, yeah, again, so weird. I don't understand, why is it pink? And there's a couple of roads we've traveled that have gray pavement on them that have worn away in places, and it's pink underneath. So yeah, it's been like this for a while apparently. Okay, we've passed the sign so many times and we don't know what it means. It's just gibberish. What does it mean?
Internet units will not fit.